Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of A Chapter a Day Keeps the Doctor Away. My name is Alan, otherwise known as Hisui, and I'm from ReverseThese.com as well as the Speakeasy Podcast. And this time I'm looking at Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches, Chapter 98, Her Jugs Are Ginormous. And, we're back to the line from the manga titles, so that's something. Although obviously, the line has to be about Midori because even Nene, who is quite impressive, does not elicit lines like that. But, so, we know, at least according to now, that Tsubasa has a power, and Yamada brings it back to the student council, and Miyamura's like, simple. Just go, my little flying monkey, and bring her here, and we'll talk with her. And apparently he has a book from the president about how to handle these things. So he's like, yeah, just bring the witch over to us. Which seems rather direct. And they go over there, and we learn that the student council are kind of minor celebrities at the school because they're all powerful and good looking. So everybody is somewhat attracted to both their beauty and their influence, as we see people going nuts over Kuramaru, as well as, being impressed by Midori's huge tracts of land, and mentioning that, of course, huge tracts of land mean that many of the boys admire, her milkshake, as it were. And now, oddly enough, Tsubasa, oddly enough, when summoned by the student council, doesn't make a big deal and comes along with them, even though everybody seems to ignore Yamada as normal. And they go, and the president outright asks her, hey, the basketball team was on the outs. All of a sudden, thanks to you, they're all working together and the team is playing really well. You used the power, didn't you? And there's a pause, and she admits it, and everybody's really kind of shocked that, when push comes to shove, she doesn't try to hide it. And she just asks that they don't punish her or do anything to her until they win some of the big games, and then she'll accept any punishment. And they're like, no. We're not here to, hurt you or, admonish you for using your powers. We just want to understand you. And maybe you could do us one favor and kiss Yamada. And the funniest thing in the scene, we have him wheeled out on this cart. Just the way that he just comes out on that cart is so brilliantly, amazingly funny. And he just has like this tux top and a little bow tie, and it's like you've won a pet Yamada. And Tsubasa's whole thing is like, oh god, no! Anything but that! And Miyamura's like, yeah, just take him away. And once again, just completes the whole gag. And she just refuses to kiss him. And so they let her go. And everyone's like, so how are we going to trick a kiss out of her? And Miyamura's like, look, we don't want to make any enemies of any witches. She doesn't want to kiss him. Let's not force this. There's 6 other witches. We'd rather have this one on our side, especially if things go bad with another witch. So let's just leave her be for now. And everyone's like, hey, that's probably the best thing. It took us a little while, but we found one witch. We'll find the other 6. So hopefully, the next one we run into won't be a bad guy as well. Because Tsubasa seems like generally a pretty nice girl who has overall good intentions with her powers. She doesn't seem to be abusing it. The team's working well. She hasn't been using it on anybody else. Let's just leave this as it is. You know, note who she is, and let's keep it. And Nene is like, boy, Yamada's still soaking in the corner. Let me go over there and work my Nene magic. And it turns out Yamada, once again, being the most observant of anybody, is like, I don't know. Something about this all seems off. So they basically hide in those, high vault, stackable obstacles, and Nene is both kind of digging it and at the same time being super embarrassed because Yamada, being the bigger one, is surrounding her. So she's pretty much in between his legs, and so you can tell on a certain level she's kind of frustrated, and on another level she's in cloud nine. And so she's like, this is, just some kind of excuse. I don't mind. I mean, I'm angry, but, And he's like, no. Something's off about her power. And you used to have the charm power. So just like, is this the charm power that you used to have? Because something feels wrong of just about the way she is and the way everybody's acting. And so they watch her, and once again, Nene's getting the wrong idea, thinking that, obviously things with him and Sarashi aren't working out. Now's my chance. And then she falls and scrapes her knee, and everybody's worried about her. And then she just orders them away, and they go away. And Nene's like, wait, no, that isn't the charm power. Because they know no matter what she said, they'd be so in love with her that they wouldn't just let her bleed there. And so Yamada's like, I think they're a whole new set of powers. And it's bum, bum, bum. With the whole thing of, what could her new power be? And I think it's pretty obvious that she has a Simon Says. She gives an order kind of like Lelouch in Code Geass, and they all have to obey it. And I'm thinking that probably Tsubasa can give everybody like one sentence commands. And they don't have to be like super specific, like, everybody, please get along. Or, could somebody go to the store and get me some milk? I'm not sure they can be anything like, all right, go into this alley and wait till 8 p.m. And then at 8 p.m., if you see someone with a red coat, give them this letter in your, that I left in your left breast pocket. I don't think they can be that complex. Maybe they can. But I'm thinking it's like one sentence commands that she can give. But we'll see. But I'm pretty sure it's very obvious the way that she's like, get away. And then all of a sudden, their eyes glaze over and they just forget about her. So, but it does explain why it took them so long to just find one witch. Because they're obviously looking for people with the old witch powers. But obviously Yamada's ceremony worked enough to reset the witch powers so they're all new powers. So, it does lead to some questions about, like, if Now has a new power like I was theorizing last time, what would her new power be? Is she the last witch and can detect all the witches, and she just kind of gave up Tsubasa for free? Or did she get like some entirely new power? Because it would make sense if she knew how the charm power worked, why she wouldn't want to get the charm power. But some other new power would be very useful for her in her pursuit of Yamada. But, it will be interesting to see what the new witches are. And definitely, I feel like the president of the Shogi Club, I feel like she is definitely still a witch. But now, I'm wondering if her new power is Shogi related. And that's why she started this Shogi Club. Actually, that's a pretty good theory now that I think about it. But my other thing is, I wonder if Yamada's power is still the same. I'm pretty sure the witch killer powers are still the same, and it's only the witch's powers that changed. But I am kind of curious if Yamada's powers changed. I don't think they have, but that would be an interesting twist. But for now, I guess we get to see a whole bunch of new witch powers. I wonder if they have a theme, like a unifying kind of thing behind what the new seven powers are. But once again, I feel like they're going to be related to some inadequacy in the character's life. Obviously, Tsubasa seems kind of a very timid girl, like athletic but kind of withdrawn. So maybe, her desire is always that people would listen to her. I'm thinking that's what her shtick is. But it should be fun seeing what the new powers are and who has them. But obviously, I'm thinking Yamada's track is going to be finding a way to get all the girls on the team to work together without just being ordered to work together. I think that's how they're going to win over Tsubasa. But should be fun. Also, if Yamada gets that command power, I'm sure that he will use it on certain members of the student council, probably the president, with a fair bit of joy. But that should be fun. I'm really looking forward to seeing how Tsubasa's story plays out, as well as the new 6 witches with 6 new powers. All right, see you guys next time.